continue with your examination of the witness.
Yes. I'm referring defense counsel to states 3991 and 394 again.
There is pending before the court a request to receive State's Exhibit 393 marked for identification purposes, and I will allow the parties to continue with their work relative to the foundation as to various exhibits, and so you may continue with your examination.
Yes, thank you,
Proceed.
Your Honor. May I approach Ms.
Yes.
Solomon? Excuse me. There's some water up here if you'd like to pour yourself some. I'm showing you what's been marked for identification as states 391 and 394. Do you recognize those exhibits?
Yes, I do.
Did you have a chance to review both 391 and 394 prior to your testimony today?
Yes, I did.
How do you recognize states 391 and 394?
391 is the court order compliance information that has the letter from the police department and the warrant for phone number 808-280-5332, warrant number 2014-0109.
And does that exhibit 391 for identification have an AT&T file code associated with that warrant and that phone number?
Yes, it does.
And what is that?
The file code number is 1509787.001.
Is that set of records, much like what you've testified, states 390 that you have in front of you is as well?
Yes,
And those records kept in the ordinary course of your business?
yes,
And as a custodian, do you rely on those?
yes,
And are they similarly made at or near the time of the events in regards to the records that they record?
yes.
Now, in regards to 394, do you recognize that item?
Yes.
What is 394?
394 is a CD of the call records.
The call records, when you say the call records, what are you referring to?
All of the information that we were asked to provide. It has the it has calls, it has text, it has data, it has cell tower information.
And in what form is 394?
It is form.
I'm sorry, in what form is it? Is it a?
It's digital.
It's
Is
a
that what you're
digital.
asking?
Yes.
Digital, yes.
It's a digital copy. Right. Did you review that digital copy prior to your testimony today?
I did.
Now, are the records, is that digital?
Excuse me, just one second, just for clarification.
Yes.
And the phone number associated with those records,
Those
State's
records?
Exhibit 394, just so I'm sure I'm clear on what it is.
Sure. It is cell phone number 808-280-5332.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may continue.
And is that digital information that's on 394, that CD that's there? Are those also, as you've testified, in regards to 393 business records kept by AT&T in the ordinary course of business?
Yes, they are.
Are they made at or near the time of the events?
Yes.
How close?
Same time.
Okay. And do you rely on them regularly as a And did you review the data that's on 394?
Yes.
Is it a true and correct copy of the AT&T records for the telephone number 808-280-5332 that was provided pursuant to the search warrant 2014-01-09 for the time frame of December 31st, 2013 through March 10th of 2014?
Yes.
And to be clear also, 393, that's the other set of digital records that you have there in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you reviewed those, did you verify that 393 contains a true and correct copy of the AT&T account records for 808-359-4842 that was released pursuant to the search warrant 2014-01-07 for the time period 12/31/13 to 3/10 of 2014?
Yes.
Just to be clear, the telephone number again, please?
808.
We can have it from the witness.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Can you tell us the telephone number associated with 393?
It's 808-359-4842.
Thank you.
And the telephone number for 394?
It is 808-280-5332.
Do they appear to be, do either of the records, and I'm speaking of all four, 390, 391, 393, and 394, appear to be tampered or altered in any way?
No.
Excuse me. Let's hold you. Thank you. I'm showing defense counsel what has been marked as stage 4 review for identification.
Let me approach.
Yes. court will authorize the publication of a representative portion of a record so that the court and all of us can understand how these records are to be read.
One moment. If I could just have a second to connect this other iPad.
Well, no, I would object to that as cumulative. I thought Special Agent Easter gave a detailed presentation relative to that.
Respectfully, I think it may be, when I hear the explanation, you may be right, but I believe there's a difference here. Because his came in the form of his report.
Which are excerpts, actual excerpts of the actual
Correct.
phone.
Yes, yeah. But it was in the context of his report, so. Are you having a technical
I'm
difficulty?
having a small technical issue, Judge. If I could just have a
Is there
minute.
something interfering with the signal?
You know, I'm not sure. It should show up. I'm asking my device to recognize that Apple TV, and it's not. So, there you are.
Maybe Mr. Rivera's instrument can do that.
I don't know if I have it on there. I would just need another
Oh,
2 or 3
okay.
minutes to download it from the cloud
Okay,
to his.
well, let's see if we can get it worked out.
Okay. record, I'm asking the court's permission to display, and I'll try to get right to a page that for records that we've already seen. So if I could just get his cast member that for 359-44-2, and let me just get to a day that we talked about and a call ID that I can pull up. And for the record, Journal, on the second iPad, I have I have a copy of what's on the CD as
Okay,
States
you're up.
Exhibit 393, and I can, oops, sorry. Whatever date we want for that. I'm going to pull up on this record item number 2054, which is a date that we have had some testimony on. So let me just double check this. And for the record, this is page 67 of 677 pages in the CD, March 393. All right, permission to publish on it?
Granted.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was not prepared to do this on the fly, so one moment please, because I am dealing with almost 700 pages of records.
Yeah, I mean, you did have a page up there.
I did, but it was for a January date.
Well, you know, I mean, anything representative, I think, will work. It's a matter of just explaining how to read these things.
Yes. Okay. All right, permission to publish page 28, which is the date 2/8/14.
Granted. Would you like the witness to step down for this purpose?
Ms. Solomon, yes, thank you.
You may do so. There should be a pointer right around the corner there. That might help if you use it, and then if you can stand to the side there, I have to make sure all the jurors have a good line of sight there. Thank you very much, I appreciate that.
Solomon, do you recognize what you're looking at?
I do.
Okay. How do you recognize it?
It is a mobility usage report that is taken from our secured servers based on the account holder's cell phone.
And do you review?
Counsel, I'm sorry to interrupt. This is from 393 or 394? 393?
This is for, and I think it's 39. I think it's 393. If I check
Telephone
on
number
the plan.
808-359-4842? All right,
Yes.
thank you.
Can I ask you, and that's 393,
That would be State's Exhibit 393, marked for identification purposes.
and it has not been admitted yet?
I'm sorry?
And it has not been admitted into evidence?
It has not. I mean,
So
that's,
is the court conditionally allowing
yes,
this
exactly.
publication? Well, may I ask that it be put on a random date rather than a date that has been testified about?
I'm okay with that.
Right, I don't mind, I don't feel comfortable with it being on
You
2/8,
prefer it in,
which was one of,
the
perhaps,
the advantage of one of these is that some of that information has been shown, but if you're more comfortable with another date,
I
that's
mean, I
fine.
would have no problem with these dates with 5332, but in as much as there's still an issue outstanding relative to the
Okay.
estimates on
Uh,
4042,
January?
that'd be fine with me.
Okay, all
Let's
right.
pick a date. Just any date?
Any day in January. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the idea of this is to assist you in being able to understand these records, recognizing that, at least for me, I don't see these all the time, and it's helpful to understand how to read the information that's contained in the records.
Permission to publish page 8, which is January 6, 2014.
That's fine.
Looks like there's also
Proceed.
through to the 8th. Okay. Ms. Solomon, I'm showing you page 8. Can you tell us what record we're looking at?
We're looking at the mobility usage with the cell phone number 808-359-4842.
And is indicated the numbering in the upper left-hand corner of the record? What does that indicate, that 150 number?
That is the case number that was pulled from AT&T.
Now, in regards to the information, you see below the line where it talks about run date, and you've just given us the telephone number from that area. Right. Will you explain to us what the run date and time mean?
So the run date is the date that they ran the report, and then the run time is the time of day that they ran the report.
And is that report associated with a particular number?
Yes, 808-359-4842.
And does it say what kind of usage this report, like for example, page 8 is for, what kind of usage?
Page 8, if you look in the description column, which is right here, shows mobile to mobile. It shows a voicemail, and these are all mobile to mobile calls, and a couple of voicemails right here.
Okay, and I'm going to enlarge this because this is small. This is small print. I'm referring you to this information that I've enlarged for you from the upper left-hand corner just beneath the line. And this is the information you talked about the run date and the run time, is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, you said it's for the telephone number 808-359-4842. does that number associated or kept at AT&T in connection with any sort of an account label or account number for a specific telephone number?
Yes, it's listed under the account number, which is listed right here below the phone number. So there can be multiple numbers on accounts. So this particular number is on this account.
So when you say this number, you're talking about what number on what account?
The 808-359-4842.
Is it telephone number associated with that account?
Yes,
Okay. And you've indicated that there are times when there's more than one number on an account?
yes, there can be multiple numbers on accounts.
Do you keep records about who is assigned or who the user or the responsible party is for a particular number on an account?
Yes, we do.
Will you explain how those records are kept and what they mean?
Sure. So for each account, there's an account holder who actually has their credit ran and is responsible for paying for that number. Then there are authorized users that are authorized to go into the account with proper ID and are able to make changes in that account.
When you talk about authorized users, how do you account for who the authorized user is for a particular phone number?
The account holder is able to put that person on the account as the designated authorized user.
Okay. All right, let's turn to another portion of this, and I'll try and enlarge some of it for you so you can talk to us about this. Oh, sorry. Let's try one more. Okay. That's about as much as I could fit on the screen for you at once. Will you explain to us what we're looking at in terms of this record that is shown to us now on the screen?
Yes, of course. The first number is the volume that's happening each line by line for each call. The second is the date of the call. The third column is the time of the call. Seize time is how long it takes to connect. Originating number, so the number that is doing the calling, and then terminating number is the number that hangs up first. Elapsed time is how long they were on the call, and then the number dialed.
Okay, let me clear that so we can look at the rest of the columns. Okay, I'm going to start with elapsed time. I'm going to try and do the same step. Okay. All right, so you testified to what the elapsed time is, and then the dialed number. What does that mean?
That's the telephone number that the caller used to dial on the keypad.
And what is an IMEI and IMSI?
IMEI is an international way of identifying equipment. Each cell phone has a unique number. The second one is international. So it's International Mobile Equipment Identifier is the actual term for that.
And do you maintain that information, the IMEI, the unique identifier, for what reason?
It identifies the device that the SIM card is attached to that will actually give it the signal.
All right, will you go back and explain what you just talked about?
So that the IMEI identifies the telephone, the mobile phone that you have, and then within that mobile phone is a SIM card that is unique to each carrier, and that's what gives the signal to that IMEI. So those two things have to match in order to have any kind of service on your telephone.
And the rest of, okay, so let's go to the next column, description.
That's just mobile to mobile. It's the type of call that they're making. So all the way at the bottom here, you can see mobile to mobile voicemail.
And how do you know that?
VMC is voicemail.
And the reason for this is what? The different designations in the description? What does that
It's
tell
the
you
type
about
of
the
call.
calls? What does it tell you about the calls?
It's the type of call that they're making.
Okay, let me clear this. And okay, so I picked up at that, that mobile to mobile, sorry, let me clear that, let's try this again. There you go. That last call was a voicemail, is that right? Okay. All right, let's do that. And the last two columns on the page?
The last two columns on the page are the region that the tower is in, which is this number, the actual tower number, and then this is the longitude and latitude, which is what direction.
Okay. Okay, let's turn to, I'm just going to blank this out. Let's go to another kind of record that you have on here. Okay. Okay, I'll just pull up one, page 126, permission to publish. It's
And
a January date, it's January
Okay,
20th.
all right, permission granted.
Okay. Ms. Solomon, do you recognize what you see here, page 126?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'm going to enlarge this area for you. Now, what's contained on this page, for example? What kind of a report?
This is in the same report, different page, and it has the same information, the run date, run time.
Your Honor, may I object as to relevance? This is going into data readage, or how to read the data on the call record, call detail records, which is not in play in this trial.
That's what the court asked for.
Your Honor, we're going through the different types of records that were transmitted in this.
All right, I do see value in making sure they understand the differences, so for that purpose, I'll allow the question and overrule the objection.
Thank you. You can, I'm sorry, you can continue your answer.
Okay. And then, of course, this is data usage, so it's for 808-359-4842 on account number 9839089190. So this is just saying that this telephone number utilized data at this time on the days of the week.
Okay. Maybe I can just blow this up a little bit, so you can, now since we know what you're looking at, data, that this is data, can you just show us the columns that may be different for this type of report?
Yeah, on column under description, it has the mobile data rather than mobile to mobile.
And what about the column to the left of that?
The access point in which they use the data would be the telephone.
Okay.
I think we should adjourn because we do have
Yes.
one juror that has a flight to catch and one juror that has a ferry to catch. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your service today. See you on Friday, October 21st at 9 a.m. Thank you so much. Please keep in mind my cautionary instructions there in effect. Have a nice evening. Thank you so much.